Good morning, everyone. It's Beth Kozik from Elegant Greetings. Welcome to our Saturday morning catalog copycat cards. Thank you for joining me today. I know it's been 2 weeks since I did a video, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter last weekend. And I had good intentions of doing my video last weekend, and our daughter came home with her boyfriend, and they spent the weekend. So we were busy with them, and then Easter hit, and then we unfortunately had a death in the family. So I did take a few days off and just decided that I would wait until today to visit with you again. So let's go ahead and review the card that I made last week with the Delicate Petals stamp set and the coordinating dies, which are called Lacy Petals dies. And these are available currently in our January to June mini catalog. And this was the card that I created last weekend. So each of these petals was stamped individually, and as well as this here. And then the center part was stamped with a different stamp. And then these embellishments were stamped around to kind of embellish each of the petals. And a little bit of our sparkly ribbon and a pretty sentiment and some of our gold pearls. And it's such a beautiful card. I can't tell you how much it looks so much better than what is actually in the catalog. So it always is great to make things because in person they're just always way better than what we see in the catalog. So let's go ahead and select our winner for this project. I'd like to thank everybody who posted a comment on Facebook and also YouTube. I certainly appreciate that. And I have all your names here, so I'm going to go ahead and draw one. And our winner this time it's Fran. There you go, Fran. So I think this is your first time posting and you are a winner. So I will put this in the mail to you on Monday. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the project that we're going to make today. We're in the annual catalog, and I have to say this annual catalog is coming to a close very quickly. It is in effect until May 3rd, and then our brand new annual catalog will take over. So many things in this catalog have retired. You can see where I placed an X here. So what I do is I go through my catalog and I take the retiring products last chance list, which I published through email about a week or so ago. And this has every product listed which will be retiring from the annual catalog. So I go through my book and I make a big X so I know exactly what will no longer be available. And I'm going to focus on some retiring products for the next few weeks throughout April so that we can kind of get a last chance look at them. So this stamp set that we're featuring today is called Tasteful Touches, and it looks like this. It is a red rubber stamp. This, I must say, this entire suite, which is called In Good Taste, has been one of my favorite suites from this catalog. Absolutely beautiful. The stamp set, of course, and then the coordinating dies. So the stamp set is retiring, but the good news is the dies are not. These have been the most wonderful dies for making pretty tags and things on my cards. All of these are die cuts that we use within our emboss and cutting machine, and I'm so happy that they are not retiring, but definitely the stamp set is. And then the In Good Taste paper, which is the designer paper, which is here, the 12 by 12, it's very rare that Stampin' Up! Will carry over a designer series paper, but they're carrying this one over. So this is still available. We're going to use a little bit of that today. And then the embellishments are the In Good Taste elements. And these are package, I think there's 4 that come in a package. And these are all laser cut wood embellishment pieces. So the ones we're going to use on the project today look like that. They're kind of like leaves. But there are also these other leaves, and they simply just punch right out like that. And then we can apply them to our projects. These happen to be on clearance right now, so they are retiring and they are on sale for $2.60. So if you're interested in those, you might want to quickly order because the inventory I can see is very low. So, and while I'm at it here, just again on the last chance product list, so a lot of these products are discounted. You can see in the right column the amount of the discount and the sale price. and a lot of things are selling out. So if there's anything on here that you might be interested in, we'll definitely want to get that ordered for you ASAP before it's gone for good. Okay, so the card that caught my eye is this one right here. This really pretty kind of a peachy color. The color I'm going to use is the terracotta tile, which happens to be one of our retiring in colors. So we're going to go ahead and make this card today. So let me get everything ready here that we need. I'm going to keep my catalog handy so I can follow along. All right, so obviously we have our stamp set. We're going to use the Just Saying Hello words, and then this beautiful rose. This is one of our distinctive style stamps, which means that the images are very lifelike. So they're actually hand drawn and created so that the stamped image is very lifelike. We are going to use 2 die cuts. So I have a piece of our basic white, and I used 2 of the dies from the set. Let me show you those. So we use this one to cut out from our basic white, and the nice part is that this one can go, well, most of these can go in either direction. So we're going to use that one. And then the other die is this one here, and I've already cut that from the center of my terracotta tile paper. So that is ready to go. And then this I'll just keep and use for another project later on. So those are our die cuts. And then I mentioned the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. So here is one of those papers. This set of paper was textiles and stone and marble and all these really cool, like textile looking prints. So this particular one is going to be used on the front of our card. And this piece I believe is 3.5 by 5. And then the front of our card is a 5.5 by 4.25. And then we have a piece of our soft suede, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and just scored at 4.25. Although that doesn't look like it's scored. Yeah, optical illusion. It looked like one side was bigger. So let's go ahead and start our stamping. And we also need a few of our dimensionals, of course. Our inks are terracotta tile and early espresso. So let's do our stamping of our sentiment first. So the sentiment says, just saying hello, which would be a really nice way to send a card to a friend, just to check in with them, make sure everything's going well. So that's going to go right on our basic white cutout. There we go. And then I'm going to let that dry for just a second. And then the front of our card, we're going to use that rose pattern. Let me get a piece of scrap paper here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be doing some stamping off around the edges. So I want to have a scrap paper for all the excess ink. So I'm going to ink up the rose. And then I'm using the same color cardstock as the ink. So it's going to be kind of a tone-on-tone look. Oh, is that pretty? Is that gorgeous? I love this stamp. And then these are just randomly stamped all the way around this piece of cardstock. So it kind of creates a frame, which is a really fun way to highlight one of our dies. Very easy to do. And I'm just stamping these randomly all around. You can see how I'm stamping off the edge. And just a couple more. One there. And then put one kind of sideways here. Maybe one more in the corner. There we go. That looks so pretty. This is kind of an underrated color, and I think it is completely sold out right now, but just a really beautiful autumnal kind of a rosy, sort of an orange, I would say. Kind of an unusual color, but it definitely was a popular one. All right, and then I'm going to take the card front, which is here, and I'm going to secure the piece of Designer Series paper. I want this side showing, which is kind of like, it almost looks like maybe plaster applied to canvas kind of a look, which is really cool. So I'm going to put that right in the middle. And then you can see what's going to happen here is my frame is going to, we're going to raise that up just a little bit with some dimensionals, but that beautiful designer paper is going to show right through that. So I'm going to add some dimensionals. I'm going to do quite a few. It's always good to put them around a cutout piece like this because we don't want the middle part to quite cave in. So it's okay to use a lot of dimensionals. Can't ever have too many. Okay. And now the fun part of taking off all the backings. Always takes a minute, but it is worth it. And while we're doing this, if anybody would like a brand new annual catalog, I did send out an email. I've heard from almost all of you so far, but if there's anybody else out there who would like a catalog, please let me know. I'm getting them ready and I will distribute them by the end of April. And they will have a little bit of a VIP package along with them. There will be a few surprises in there, as well as a birthday coupon. Can't find my bone folder at the moment here. Let's see. Oh well, I can't find it. All right, so we're just going to fold this over. So there's the front of our card. Isn't that pretty? How that just really highlights that designer paper in the middle. Okay, next we are going to apply some of the wood embellishments. And these are awesome. They can be used just like they are, which is how they did it in the card. But there's the etched side, and then there is a smooth side. So it's really easy to sponge ink onto these or to use one of the Stampin' Write markers to apply color. We can also put Wink of Stella on them, which is a really pretty look as well. And these just punch right out of the wood like this. So nice and easy. So I'm going to use the etched side. I think it's very pretty. This side is kind of boring. And then we're going to need to apply these with, I think we will use some glue dots. Let me find my glue dots. Here we go. And I'm going to add these on. Easy way to use a glue dot is just to press the embellishment or cardstock or whatever we're using. Just press it right onto the glue dot and it pops right off, so it's ready to go. So it looks like they put one right about here, and then the other one is kind of right below it. So I'm not going to stack them on each other. I'm going to put them side by side like that. And then the third one needs to go a little bit lower on the bottom. Put one more just for good measure. Okay, and that one's going to go, I don't want that glue to show, so I'm just going to move that glue dot a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then our sentiment is ready to be applied. So I'm going to add some dimensionals onto this as well. Where would we be without dimensionals? Honestly, they are the funnest product ever. Okay, this has been a really quick card to put together. And then the greeting goes right about there like that. And that's it. That was probably the fastest card I think I've ever made. Wow, it is so pretty. I can tell you in real life it is absolutely stunning. So let me bring in my catalog here, show you the catalog version, and then my version. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, well that's it for today, ladies. So thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I wanted to show you some other cards that were made with this stamp set. So Tasteful Touches, and it is retiring. Here's another one. So you can see that the beautiful cutouts. I layered a couple, and then here is one of those wood embellishments, and I did put Wink of Stella on there. I'm not sure if it's visible, but it has a little bit of a shine to it. Here's another one that uses all the beautiful papers, and here's a piece of the wood that I colored, so you can see what the difference and how that looks when it has color on it. Here's another one that I got as a swap card, that beautiful rose. Here's another swap card somebody sent me. Is that pretty? You can do all different colors with that rose. And then here's another one that I had made, which is kind of a fancy fold, so different way to use that wood grain paper and to have the card open. All right, so that's it for today. Oh, I should mention the bundle is $48.50. It includes the stamp set as well as the Tasteful Labels dies, which are here. So if I can help you with an order today, please let me know. And again, don't forget that last chance product list with all of our retiring products. They're while supplies last only. And if you would like a new catalog, be sure to let me know that as well. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.